Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be working on the diff. There's a seal that needs to be replaced, which I'll show you in a second. I'll show you that once I get under the car. But recently myself and a friend of mine, Justin, stripped the rear diff, and I tried to record everything that took place, but I was so busy absorbing all the information that Justin had to offer that I actually messed up the recordings once again. I'm no mechanic, so I try and learn where I can. But we basically stripped the entire diff, put it back together, fix what was broken. So to make a long story short, a couple of months ago I broke the diff. I broke one of the spider gears on the diff, and Justin fixed it for me. He welded up the diff, made it a lock diff, and about 2 weeks ago I broke one of the welds on the diff, and we basically stripped it, re-welded it, put it back together. So now what we need to do is replace the seal, which I'll show you in a second. So I just want to apologize for not having any content from the other day. However, I got some cinematics of his car and an in-car video which I will put in during this video. So stay tuned and I'll take you under the car and explain to you how we're going to remove the seal. What I basically need to do is remove this nut so that this flange can be removed and the seal can be replaced, because this is the seal that is leaking. So the idea that I was given was to use the wrench, basically put a bolt through the hole at the end of the wrench, through the flange, and then another bolt through the other hole in the flange, and then when I turn it, the wrench will hit against the body of the bucky, and hopefully that will stop the diff removing and allow me to break the nut loose. So this method actually worked with the bar, a nut through there, a nut through there, loosen it this way so that it pushes against the body, and my dad applied brakes and I eventually broke it loose. Unfortunately, I never got it on camera. Once again, I actually knocked the camera over while trying to break it loose, because it's no joke getting this thing loose. I had to dig deep there. So I have tightened the nut from the pinion shaft back to spec, and now I'm going to fasten the prop shaft to the flange and then throw oil in the diff. Now that everything is fastened and put back together, it's time to fill the diff with oil. So the diff oil that I'm using is EP90, and the correct method to use to fill the diff with oil is to jack the entire vehicle up to our operating level, so the level the bakkie would be at if it was on its own four wheels, right? So my bakkie is actually too low for me to get under it once it's on all four wheels, so I jacked up each corner of the bakkie to our operating level so that the bakkie is completely level. And then what you want to do is fill the diff with oil until the oil drips out of the filler hole, and then that's when you know the diff is full. So that's what I did over here. Fastened it, and let's go for a test drive. Everything feels and sounds normal.